What is up, everybody? Jason, aka Jester, and today I'm really happy to be starting a new playlist. Today it's going to be one of my favorite things all time to make. I don't know when I found out I had an affinity for making stuff like this, but it's definitely a thing with me, and that's going to be sandwiches. I really like kind of getting in, doing something a little bit out of the ordinary, and just seeing where it goes. Today we're going to be doing my favorite one, and it's going to be called the Widowmaker. You start with some pulled pork. You remember that pulled pork we made a couple weeks ago, and I told you, hey, it's coming back? Well, that's what it is. We've got that nice and finely shredded down. We're then going to be adding some mac and cheese. This is actually a sharp cheddar mac and cheese. And then we're going to toss in a little bit of our Memphis-style barbecue. It's basically just a doctored-up barbecue sauce. A couple eggs. Then we're going to mix it all together with some breadcrumbs to get everything to hold together so we can make a patty. And we're going to sear that till it's nice and crispy on the outside on the flat top. We're going to be serving it on a brioche bun with Munster cheese and a couple other surprises. We'll get to that later. First of all we're really going to do is we are just going to mix right in here this macaroni. And I'm not going to be shy with it because I love this stuff. Set that aside. From there, I think what we'll do is we'll add just a little bit of that barbecue sauce. And we want to reserve the rest of that for later. And let's crack a couple eggs. All right, all we really want to do is get everything nice and incorporated. And then I'm going to add this until it's just to where it holds together. I don't want to get it too firm. So let me go ahead and get that done, and I'll bring you back in with the patties. Oh, and I'll tell you what, we're going to add a little bit of a barbecue rub to it as well, just for a little additional flavor. So instead of boring you guys with the pattying of this, I decided to go ahead and do it. And then from there, we're just going to take a little bit of that butter whirl that I like to use. We're going to open it up. We're going to put some down on the flat top. And what's funny here is I'm noticing, and I've always had a complaint about this Blackstone, and that's it. It's a little too hot, even on the lowest settings. Now that I've moved it away from the wall, it actually appears to not be having that problem. So we may end up having to turn this thing up. The idea here is to just get a nice crispy outside on both sides. Everything in here is cooked, so we will go ahead and get that part done, and then we're going to start the assembly. Well, I almost forgot, but let's go ahead and make sure that we're getting that nice smooth Munster cheese on there. And I've selected this cheese because I feel like it's one of the best cheeses that goes with barbecue. Not all of these are quite ready for it just yet, but as soon as they're getting a little bit more done, we're going to put the cheese on those as well and let it get nice and melty. And to finish this bad boy off, you got to have some bacon. So we're going to put a couple nice strips of bacon there. Over the top of that, we're going to add a couple of kosher dill stackers. From there, these are basically just little crunchy onions. I just real thinly sliced them, a little buttermilk, and just a little bit of seasoned flour, and deep fried those. And then, of course, over the top of that, we're going to drizzle some of that sauce. Well, it doesn't want to drizzle. Let's do it this way. New squirt bottle, who dis? There we go. And this, boys and girls, is the Widowmaker. Get that cleaned up. The thing I love about this sandwich most is that it's a really nice way to deal with leftovers, and if you're making pulled pork, it's likely that you got some leftovers. Hopefully you guys like this kind of stuff because I love coming up with creative things like this. I promise you this is going to be one of the most flavorful things you'll ever try. Until next time, guys, think about liking and subscribing because we do have tons and tons more coming up. A bunch of stuff I'm actually going to announce on the channel this week. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.